Good morning, students. In previous class, we saw that the lesson A Letter to God. According to the previous class, we know these things. The farmer Lencho, he decided to write a letter to God to get the help from him. Okay, today we can see that from page number 4. Okay, see. Okay, see this. With satisfied expression, he regarded the field of ripe corn with its flowers, draped in the curtain of rain, but suddenly a strong wind began to blow, and along with the rain, very large hailstones began to fall. These truly did resemble new silver coins. The boys, exposing themselves to the rain, ran out to collect the frozen pearls. Okay, in beginning everything was it's too good, and even the Lencho he compared every drop of rain with the new coins. But even as his children, they came outside to collect that frozen pearls. Okay, see there. It is really getting bad now, exclaimed the man. I hope it passes quickly. But in beginning he thought himself, he exclaimed the man, I hope it passes quickly. It is said by the Lencho. Because he thought himself, the rain itself, it can go. It can go as early and as well as good, but everything was changed itself. It did not pass quickly. For an hour the hail rain is on the house, the garden, the hillside, the cornfield, on the whole valley. Okay, after few hours the rain it becomes very heavy, and everywhere we can see the heavy rain there. See, the field was white as if covered with salt. Is cornfield completely it is covered by the heavy rain? It seems as a white salt. So he became very worried about that. Now see that. Not a leaf remained on the trees. The corn was totally destroyed. Okay, we can see that. Not a leaf remained on the trees. Like this, the heavy rain, it happened itself. And one more thing, the corn was totally destroyed. His cornfield, it is completely destroyed, yes, by the heavy rain. The flowers were gone from the plants. Lencho's soul was filled with sadness. Okay, see. The flowers were gone from completely, they vanished from the heavy rain, and his soul, it means here, the Lencho's soul was filled with the sadness when the storm had passed. See, everything is completely vain there. He stood in the middle of the field and said to his son, a plague of locusts would, see, have left more than this. Okay, this line is said by Lencho here. A plague of locust would. Here locust means nothing but it is an insect. Sometimes they will, yes, make the attack on the farm, otherwise field. Okay, on that time they will, yes, they will leave some things. They will leave some things in the plants. But these heavy rain, it made completely vanish. Okay, for that purpose Lencho said this word here. The hail has left nothing. If you compare with the insect and as well as this heavy rain is completely destroyed his field. So he is comparing that rain with the small insects like a cricket, otherwise grasshopper. Okay, see, this year we will as have no corns. That night was sorrowful one. He is saying his feeling as about his field to his son, otherwise his wife. See, all our work for nothing. There is no one who can help us. Okay, he said himself, no one can help us, because generally we can see this presently the farmers, they are facing the same problems. Okay, We will, yes, all go hungry this year because from that heavy rain, yes, his crop is filled completely destroyed. For that purpose, he is saying this word. Okay, let us come to the next paragraph. But in the heart of all who lived in the solitary house in the middle of the valley, there was a single hope, help from God. Okay, at that night, they decided to have a little hope. That hope is none other than or nothing that is about the God. See, don't be so upset even though this seems like a total loss. Remember, no one dies of hunger. Lencho himself is said with a confidence. Okay, these unfortunately these event it happened itself. But remember yourself, no one dies of hunger because there is a God, there is a hope. So that's what they say, no one dies hunger. All through the night, Lencho thought only of his one hope, the help of God. Okay, at night, that night, he thought himself, we can ask the help from God. See, Lencho, see, the following Sunday at the daybreak, he began to write a letter which he himself would carry to town and place in the mail. It was nothing less than a letter to God. Okay, at that night only he decided to write a letter to God. Yes, and he must come to the town and he must place that mail into the mailbox. Okay, see, God, he wrote. Next day, you see here what he wrote in his letter. Here we can see God. He wrote, if you don't help me, my family and I will go hungry this year. I need 100 pesos in order to sow my field as again and to live until the crops comes. Okay. In his letter, he wrote like this. If you don't help me, this line is said by the Lencho to God in his letter. If you don't help me, as my family and I will go hungry this year, I need 100 pesos. Pesos means here we should consider as money. In order to sow as my field, because the crops it is completely destroyed by the rain. So he must sow again his field. For that purpose he needed the money. And to live until the crop comes, because the hailstones like this it is continued. See, he wrote to God in envelope. On the cover of letter he wrote the letter to address to God on the envelope, but the letter inside and still troubled went to town. At the post office he placed a stamp on the letter and dropped into the mailbox. Okay, here we can see that he must send this letter to God, because every letter they needed a stamp for the stamp, and he came to the post office and he pasted that one and he dropped that letter into the mailbox. Mailbox means the post box. See, one of the employees, okay, when he dropped that letter and again he went to the house, Lencho, but postmaster, postman, he took that letter from the box. Who was the postman and also helped at the post office, went to his boss laughing heartily and showed him to the letter to God. Okay, the postman, when he saw that to address on the envelope cover, he became very surprised, because first time he saw these kind of letter to God. Never in his career as a postman had he known that address. Okay, the postman became very surprised, because first time he saw this kind of address, this letter it wrote to the God. Okay, the postmaster, a fat, amiable fellow, and that postman, he showed this letter to the postmaster, and he was very fat and amiable. Amiable means very kind-hearted or friendly person. Also broke out laughing, and he was also started to laugh. Who? The postmaster. But almost immediately he turned the serious. Okay, in beginning he started to laugh, but after a few minutes he became very serious, because he saw first time these things in his life. tapping the letter on his desk, commented, "What faith!" Okay, see, these lines they are saying by the postmaster. What faith! I wish I had the faith of the man who wrote this letter. Okay. The postmaster he became very surprised about the faith of Lencho because he wrote a letter to God. See, so he became very surprised about the Lencho's faith. For that purpose, he said, I have the faith about the Lencho because he has the faith about God. So, wrote this letter starting of the correspondence with a God. Correspondence means make the conversation with a God. See, here the Lencho is doing the correspondence with God. For that purpose, the postmaster became very surprised because in his life he saw the first time this correspondence with God from this Lencho. So, in order not to shake the writer's faith in God, the postmaster, I said, he was an amiable person. It means very kind-hearted person. So, he was not ready to shake the faith of Lencho's. The postmaster came up with an idea. Answer the letter. Okay. Because the postmaster was not ready to disturb Lencho's faith, for that purpose, he decided to reply to his letter. See, but when he opened it, it means that letter, it was evident that to the answer, he needed something more than goodwill. Okay. But when the postmaster opened that letter, on that time he became very surprised because clearly mentioned, Lencho mentioned, he appealed to God to send the money. Okay, see. So, ink and paper, but he stuck to his resolution. Okay, when he saw that 100 pesos, so postmaster also became very surprised because he was also a very poor man. He can't send that 100 rupees to him. So, he asked for money from his employees. Okay, he made a plan to collect that money from his all employers and as well as co-workers. He himself gave a part of his salary, and even the postmaster he gave a part of his salary as a charity. See, and several friends of his were obliged to give something for an act of charity. Here, obliged means he requested. Yes, see. And he collected the money from all his friends and as well as his co-workers. See, it was impossible for him to gather together the 100 pesos. And even it is very impossible thing to postmasters to collect that kind of money because Lencho, he requested for 100 pesos. So, he was able to send the farmer only a little more than half. The postmaster, he became able to collect only more than half rupees, and it means what he requested, yes, more than that, more than half, yes, he collected. He put the money in an envelope addressed to Lencho, and with it a letter is containing only a single word as a signature got. Okay. Finally, the postmaster decided to give the response to his letter. Okay, he put the money in an envelope cover and he wrote only a single word from address from God, like he wrote. See, the following Sunday, Lencho came a bit earlier than usual to ask if there was a letter for him. It was the postman himself who handed a letter to him while the postmaster. Just see that. When Lencho on next Sunday, as early he came to the post office because he thought himself he received any answer from the God. For that purpose he came early. There was a postmaster and as well as that postman. Okay, he performed a good deed looked on from his office. When he entered the post office on that time, the postmaster he became very happy because he did the good deed. Deed means here good work. As a help he did. Okay, see. Lencho showed not the slightest surprise on seeing the money. But when he received letter from the postman or postmaster, I think that Lencho, he didn't become surprised because he saw the money. He counted the money. Such was his confidence, but he became angry when he counted the money. See, when he counted the money, because he requested 100 pesos, but here he didn't see that much of money, so he became very angry. God could not have made a mistake, he thought himself. God could not have made a mistake because God, he can't make any mistake, and even nor could he have denied Lenchos what he had requested. See, he thought himself, God, he can't deny. Deny means refuse or reject. Okay, what he requested, he thought himself. Immediately, Lencho went up to the window to ask for a paper and ink. On the public writing table, he started to write. Okay, see, he was not satisfied with that money and from that receiving answer. So, again he started to write one more letter to God. Okay, with much wrinkling of his brow. See, now he is very worried about that money. For that purpose, with lot of thinking, again he started to write the letter. Caused by the effort he had to make to express his ideas. When he finished, he went to the window to buy a stamp which he licked and then fixed to the letter. Again, he took the one more stamp and he attached that. He added that stamp to the letter and he put that letter into the post box. The employee with a blow of his fist. The envelope with a blow of his fist. I think that now he is in angry mood. So on the envelope cover, by blowing his fist, he sticked that stamp. And next one, the moment the letter fell into the mailbox, the postmaster went to open it. And when he dropped that letter into the post box, again that postman or postmaster, he came to see that it said, God, see, in that letter, the Lencho he wrote something. God, of the money that I asked for, only 70 pesos reached me. Okay, see, these money is sent by postmaster, but the Lencho thought himself, God only sent this. But now he wrote these things in second letter. I asked for 100 pesos, but you sent only 70 pesos reached me. Send me the rest of money. Okay. And other 30 pesos you must send to me, since I need it very much. Because I needed this money, so you must send that. But don't send it to me through the mail, because the post office employees are a bunch of crooks. Lencho. Okay, just see that. It is very important. But here Lencho thought himself, God sent 100 pesos, but these post office workers, they took 30 pesos. They sent only 70 pesos to me. For that purpose, now he is requesting to the God, don't send money through the mail or from the letter. Because in the post office, we can see the crooks. Crooks means thieves like this we can see. Because these persons are not good, they can take my money. Okay, please send directly, like the Lencho is requested to the God. Okay, dear students, like this we can see, this is the theme. This is the content of this lesson. Okay, in next video we can discuss about the question and answers. Thank you for watching.